I'm Kevin Gale, voice of the Crusaders, and this is Satyr Stories, the official podcast of Holy Cross Athletics, presented by UMass Memorial Health. On this episode, we celebrate 2024 Holy Cross Varsity Club Athletic Hall of Fame inductee, Mandy Sifferlen. Mandy is a 2017 grad who was a three-time All-Patriot League volleyball selection, including first-team honors in 2016. She set a school single-season record with 497 kills her senior year and finished her career ranking second all-time at Holy Cross in career kills. Mandy, congratulations on reaching the Hall of Fame, and welcome to Satyr Stories.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very grateful to be here.
I know how special the induction ceremony was to you. What do you think back to first and foremost about that very special weekend?
It was just wonderful having some of my teammates fly in and family and friends there, and like getting back at Holy Cross campus. I've been a little bit since I've been up there, and being able to go to the football game and make a whole day out of it and get to meet some of my other fellow athletes who are being inducted was like really special.
You're a Massachusetts native, now going to med school in Chicago. How much has the campus changed? How much of it feels very much the same as when you were a Crusader?
So much has changed. We made a joke that we didn't know where to turn in because there was a whole new entryway, and there are these beautiful senior townhome apartments with the Joe, I think it's called, which is no longer the old aircraft hangar where I spent a lot of my Holy Cross career. So, yeah, it's beautiful. All the new additions. It was fun exploring. But I think pretty much the same is how steep that hill is and how many staircases there are, and then also just the Purple Pride was just great to be back.
I'm always interested in how the news of your induction really strikes you. As you started building towards your speech and your acceptance, what thoughts came to mind first about your career and what Crusader volleyball meant to you?
Uh, a lot of gratefulness. I think Holy Cross is a very special place, like both athletically and academically. It takes a really like incredible athlete, and they also like create incredible people going through that program. Um, I think, gosh, first thoughts were, whoa, this is happening right now. Like it felt so like quick. I was just so grateful. I felt like just yesterday I was sitting in the Hall of Fame dinner watching all the incredible athletes get inducted when I was there for my Crusader Award back when the event was paired together, and thinking, wow, wouldn't that be so cool if I could be there someday when I grow up, when I become an adult, when I'm an old alumni somewhere. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's actually happening, like this dream. So that was really cool.
That's a really good point. You're one of the newer inductees. You went from Varsity Club Crusader of the Year in 2017 to a Hall of Famer in just 7 short years. So, as you think back on your fairly recent career, what do you believe made you stand out as a Hall of Famer?
Uh, I I think I did a lot to represent my sport at the school. I did a lot to get, like, just athletically, I did a lot to get the school recognized nationally. I was like ranked fifth in the nation for my kills per set. I was trying to create a lot of um, excitement and press around our sport and really like bringing women's volleyball up into the limelight. I also think like academically, I was quite strong, and then also the volleyball program has always been a very intelligent team. We're very proud of like our school academic record, and then also service around the campus. I was very involved in a lot of different organizations, and I stayed involved with the varsity club even after going to meetings, and really just kind of getting to know everyone in the athletic community. And so I definitely wasn't quiet. I think I was always running around and putting like helping out where I could.
And we love hearing about that ongoing involvement, so important as you transition into an alum. We listed off some of your career milestones, a lot of kills in a
Yeah.
single season over the course of your career. But when you think back, what was your greatest on court moment? What brings you the most pride about your time as a Crusader?
Oh, that's a great question. Greatest on-court moments. I think my sophomore year, we beat Army in their house for the first time. I don't, maybe ever, I'm not sure. And that was pretty incredible. Just everyone worked as a team so perfectly. Everyone did their job, and we executed to the point where Army had, they could not beat us if they tried, and that was pretty incredible, and that was like a great feeling. So I remember the celebrations in the locker room after that was just one of the biggest highlights. So I always think back to that game.
And I liked how you said you wanted to represent the sport of volleyball, because when you look through the record books of Varsity Club Hall of Famers, you see a ton of baseball players, football players, basketball players. There are only two Holy Cross Volleyball Hall of Famers: all-time kills leader Megan Lynch, and now Mandy Sifferlen. You rank 1 and 2 on that all-time kills list together. How special is it to be one of only two Hall of Famers in your sport?
Yeah, it's definitely special. I actually saw Megan Lynch play when I was getting recruited, which is also very cool because she's only this barely removed from my own playing. And that's really amazing that I saw her and was like, I want to be that. I can be that there. Let me try to achieve that. And then having my name next to hers as well, like being a member of the volleyball program, and hopefully we can get more names up on that board. That's like the biggest excitement, is every name counts, and more that the more names they see up there under volleyball, hopefully the more people will get. And then we're like incredible athletes, so it's good that we're up there and getting represented.
Let's take a quick break. When we get back, we'll take a closer look at Mandy's outstanding Holy Cross career right here on Satyr Stories.
We are UMass Memorial Health, and innovation is something that defines us, that drives us to discover new ways to provide answers and hope, to provide opportunity and access and equity for everyone, to redefine what medicine can do and how it can heal relentlessly.
Yeah.
Glad we got Jersey Mike's for the game.
Wait, does our mascot look like Danny DeVito to you?
Yeah, it does. That doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what they're all about.
You on the cheer squad?
And up see Daisy. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, don't worry about me. Focus on those subs. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Show your support for Holy Cross in all ticketed sports with Flex vouchers. Get 10 home game tickets for a combo of men's and women's basketball plus men's ice hockey for just $85. Purchase your Flex vouchers now at goholycross.com/tickets. I'm Kevin Gale, voice of the Crusaders, and this is Satyr Stories, presented by UMass Memorial Health. I'm joined by Mandy Sifferlen, 2024 Holy Cross Varsity Club Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from Crusader Volleyball. Mandy, you grew up nearby in Sudbury, Mass. What was your very first interaction with Holy Cross?
It was honestly with recruiting. I knew my aunt had gone to Holy Cross. So I had heard of it, but I had never been to campus. And one of my teammates was looking to get recruited there, and I was actually seen in her recruiting video. And so the coach had emailed back that player saying, you can come to campus, but can you also invite your teammate here to come to campus? So that was kind of the first time it went on my radar.
That's great. So you were spotted on video during your time at Lincoln Sudbury High, and you wasted no time once you arrived at Holy Cross. You finished second on the team in kills as a freshman. That was in 2013. What was your first semester like, balancing D1 athletics and academics?
Oh, it was an adjustment for sure. I think I was starting my pre-med track. So that's, your intro to bio, intro to chemistry, the big courses they say are going to weed you out. So they're definitely challenging. And starting in season, it's definitely a lot to juggle. But thankfully, like the Holy Cross has a good way of supporting their athletes and helping you be able to kind of make sure that you're able to attend practice and your coursework. And so it was a big adjustment. There was not a lot of social going on. It was really just school and sports.
But the good news is, as part of a fall sport, you really gather for the first time in the summer, right? So how closely packed did that make your freshman class, considering that you had really all arrived on campus together very early?
Yeah, that was wonderful. They say if you're a fall athlete, and maybe for other sports as well, but preseason, you start off college with 12 friends, so you always have somewhere to sit at lunch. You always have people to wave at you, and that kind of helped ease into the adjustment. You were less homesick because you already had a community there waiting for you. So that was wonderful. And some of the friendships I made in my class, like Emily Pop is one of my closest friends. We consider each other sisters, and that's one of my classmates that I met coming into preseason. So definitely those connections last for life.
Yeah, we hear that all the time, and it's such a great part of the college athletic experience. It's clear that by your junior year, you were already among the top players in the Patriot League. In fact, that was your first team selection honor. How do you feel you grew most as an outside hitter during your career at Holy Cross?
Honestly, the most I grew was with mental toughness. I think the transition into college athletics is really tough, and it was definitely not the easiest my first year. And then as I got more, I started practicing more of like mental game. I got a mental toughness coach, and that really helped me fine tune that like competitive confidence and competence. And you're working out hours and hours and hours. The volleyball skills are going to get there. And then having the new coaching staff come in my junior year, which really brought in a lot of fine tune technical, high level volleyball IQ, all of that mixed together is really what kind of launched my skills. I mean, I grew from a player who just started playing volleyball right before I got to college to, going to play pro after. So it was just a sponge moment of absorbing all of the information possible. But I think mental toughness was the most important thing.
That's amazing. A late bloomer, but it pays off in your senior year. You set the single season kills record. You best Megan Lynch's number. You land at 497 kills. If I had told you in 2017 that record would still stand in 2024, would you have believed me?
I would have hoped so, because I hoped it would have stood so no one else would have to be the hitter that had to hit 497 kills. I would have wanted like 6 players with 200 something kills. So I hope, I'm sure there's gonna be incredible talent. I'd love to see someone beat it, but I do hope that we have a team that is able to kind of spread the wealth there.
That's really interesting. So you wanted to see a more well-rounded future. So what made that campaign through the Patriot League so special for you in the fact that you got so many opportunities? Was that difficult sometimes, knowing that you had to put up big numbers outside?
Yeah, it was just kind of expected. I had to get, more than half the points for my team to have a chance of winning. So it was just, my coaches were like, just go out there, you know what you have to do. And I did it, which is amazing. Looking back, I'm like, how did I do that? Every day? I can thank my athletic trainers for keeping my arm attached to my body. That was huge. And then I also think being newer to the sport, I didn't have a lot of wear and tear. So I was able to kind of go through that grind.
Yeah, 497 kills. You had practice. That's probably tens of thousands of swings outside of the course of that season.
I think I was number 1 in the country for most attempts. So I was the most set volleyball player in D1 for the whole country. So I don't know if I recommend that.
Well, I was going to ask you to round out this segment. Who do you feel deserves the most gratitude in helping you achieve? And I guess it would have been your setter, right?
Yeah. And our passes. Volleyball is so incredible where everyone needs to touch the ball to succeed. Basketball, you can kind of get away with a great 3-point shooter who can dribble it up themselves. Volleyball, you can't hit if you don't have a set. You can't set if you don't have a pass. So it's really a whole team effort. My numbers just reflect the team around me, truly.
And it paid off because it helped take you pro. Let's take one last break. When we return, Mandy travels overseas to continue her volleyball career right here on Satyr Stories.
Leadership and excellence in competition, in the classroom, in the community. For decades, Crusader Athletics has focused on our topmost commitment, elevating every student athlete to reach for more, to grow more, to achieve more. Help us to continue to strengthen minds, build character, and celebrate together as one Crusader Nation. Because when we commit together, we win together. Join us, Crusaders together.
Many financial advisors are commission-based advisors that work for a bank. At Car Financial, we work for you. Our primary focus is helping our clients achieve their goals. You worked hard in your career. You've earned your retirement. Now let us show you how to make the most out of what you have. We're here to answer your investment, retirement, income tax, and estate planning questions. Through every stage of life, we're here for you. Call us at Carr Financial Group today.
Holy Cross Power of Purple Giving Day is coming soon. Save the date for Saturday, February 8th, and consider making a gift to the Crusader Athletic Fund. Your gift will set up Crusader student athletes for future success in and out of competition. That's Power of Purple Giving Day on Saturday, February 8th. I'm Kevin Gale, voice of the Crusaders, and this is Satyr Stories, presented by UMass Memorial Health. On this episode, we're celebrating 2024 Holy Cross Varsity Club Athletic Hall of Fame inductee Mandy Sifferlen from Crusader Volleyball. Mandy, after graduation, you played pro overseas in Finland, Sweden, and Czechia. What a tremendous opportunity. How different was that experience as a pro compared to your days in D1 volleyball?
It was incredible and very different. The speed was a completely different game. It was another level up, which is hard to imagine because D1's already high level. The competitive grit was about the same as college, but definitely the way they train, it was like 3 practices a day, but it wasn't heavy lifting weights, and there was more of the like sauna, and it was a lot of different ways they went about training and playing the game. And also, a lot of times there's 5 languages on the court at once, so that was a completely new experience of communication and teamwork. But it was also amazing because these are girls. Their only mission is to play volleyball, and that's a difference as well. They're not balancing a lot of different things. You're all there for this one purpose, and that was really cool thing to be a part of.
I'm not surprised to hear there was a lot of sauna when you were playing in Finland, because that's really part of their culture.
It is. They believe you'll live a very long, happy life if you go to the sauna at least 2 to 3 times a week or more. And I believe it. And
it's the only way to break up that long, cold winter. You look at D1 athletics, you mentioned it takes grit. It's very demanding. And it prevents most student athletes from taking a semester abroad because you're so committed to training and practice and academics. So how valuable was that opportunity to go abroad and experience a life outside of Massachusetts?
Gosh, that was like the cornerstone of why I wanted to go pro in Europe. I mean, I wanted to do the study abroad, and that was not available to me because of volleyball. So it was great for volleyball to kind of give back and let me go and travel. And just living in a little town in the Arctic Circle, you have such a different view of culture, and you really, like, even just going to the supermarket would take an hour because you don't know what any of the food means on the labels. Is this heavy cream, or is this milk? Is this butter? I don't know. And you get to know these girls and these like coffee table conversations. It's just something you can't really emulate while you're in the States. You really need to go out. I learned so much about America and my own self from seeing it through other citizens' eyes. So that was really cool.
What an incredible experience. You go from the Arctic Circle to Chicago. You retire from pro volleyball. You go to med school at Loyola Stritch. You're still there now, following a career path in pediatrics. Looking back at Holy Cross, how do you feel the college best prepared you for this career path?
Oh, I am beyond prepared. I tell my meds, I don't tell my med student classmates, but I tell my friends that, and my fellow Holy Cross classmates, that medical school has been easier than balancing the D1 Holy Cross academic rigor. The amount of time that I have just to focus on my studies, I'm like, whoa, I have way too many free hours here. Don't I have to go practice for like 3 hours and then go to a team meeting? Like, I'm only focusing on studying, which has been wonderful. And also like the teamwork, the communication, the discipline, the like making sure I'm organized and knowing I have all these things going on and being able to kind of categorize them and put them back into an order that can be accomplished and in a timely manner. I tell you, my success in medical school is because of my student athlete background.
That's incredible. And based on your experience so far in Chicago, what kind of hopes and dreams do you have working in pediatrics?
Yeah, I feel like I'm answering this question so much. I'm in my residency applications right now, but my dream is to be a primary care pediatrician. So caring for families and their children for long periods of time, following them, helping them partner through their health journeys, and then also hoping to be working with like underserved populations and giving back. That Jesuit men and women for with others, still going strong.
That's great. Another great testament to the college. And
Mhm.
you're one of only two volleyball student athletes to be named Academic All Patriot League 3 times here at Holy Cross. You're a trailblazer in so many ways for the volleyball program. To wrap up our interview, what kind of advice would you give to current Crusader student athletes about making the most of their athletic and academic careers on campus?
Yeah, I've actually talked to a few of the players as an alumni, part of the 90Y program, which has been really cool. And I've told them, control what you can control. Don't worry about the things that are out of your control. Look at every day and enjoy every day. This is a long process. If you're only looking at what's ahead and what you're trying to achieve, you're not going to enjoy the little things. So really just be process oriented mindset. And yeah, that's the main thing I tell them.
Mandy, this has been great. Thank you again for joining us on Sader Stories. Congratulations again on reaching the Hall of Fame, and we hope to see you back on campus soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me be here. And once again, thank you to the Holy Cross Varsity Club for this distinguished honor.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have you, and best of luck as you pursue pediatrics. My thanks to everyone for tuning in. We'll be back soon with another episode of Sader Stories. Until then, we ask that you tell your fellow Crusaders about Sader Stories. It's available anytime on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And if you love hearing these stories from Crusaders, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Kevin Gale. Go Cross Go.